Well, well, what do we have here?
Well, hello, Outlaw.
Don't give me that hello, Outlaw crap. You've been ducking me for far too long, Riley.
Oh, ducking you? Hardly, dude. I'll take you on Schmoedown any day of the week, any time.
Any day, any time?
Any day, any time, Rocha, just like last time.
Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? I owe you for that one.
Oh, yeah, you want a Schmoedown?
Oh, I want a Schmoedown right now.
Oh, you want a Schmoedown right now?
I want a Schmoedown right now, Riley.
Well, then draw.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. And if you think these two take movie trivia seriously, you should take the fans into consideration. Y'all have been begging for your shot at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, and now you get your opportunity. We are proud to introduce the Movie Trivia Schmoedown app. Fans will be able to play all trivia modes and compete against your favorite competitors, join a league, or play a friend one-on-one. After you accrue enough points, you can unlock the Inner Geekdom division and play in another format. Find some fans from all over the world, climb up the rankings, deem a champion, challenge a champion, but make sure you've earned it. We're so excited for y'all to finally get your chance to play the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. This app is for all you movie trivia fans who have ever said,
I totally knew that.
How'd you miss that?
it's for everybody. Make sure you guys download it right now on iTunes for a one-time fee of just $3.99. And make sure you request to join the Movie Trivia Facebook page. And then one day, maybe you can challenge the likes of a Rocha, a Riley, maybe even your old pal, Baby Carrots. I'll be your Huckleberry. It's Schmoedown time.
The Outlaw doesn't quit. I said from the beginning when I beat Mance that I want the title around my waist and that I was going to beat every single person on the way. When you want to get to where you're going, you got to use those people as the stepping stones to get to where you're going. And just like Mance, Harloff, and Riley, they were my stepping stones to take care of Baby Carrots.
And your winner, advancing to the Schmoedown Spectacular, more Baby Carrots.
When I take on and beat Riley, I'm going to take on Merle, because it's not over yet. It's not over yet. You stay with me now. We're going to fight harder, and we're going to win. Riley, I love you to death, but I got to beat you again, because I want Dan. What I said is I want that belt around my waist, so there's still a chance.
And your winner, the Outlaw, John Rocha.
Listen, you and me, you got to worry about it. You going to hold on to that belt when I face you? I don't think so. I've been working my ass off to fight Dan Merle, and now the time has come.
And your winner, and the new champion,
Before Harloff comes out here, I would just like to say, win or lose, Rocha,
Yeah.
when Mance beats you the next time,
Come on now.
I want to take you on.
Oh, he's calling out Rocha.
It's going to end up like Batman vs. Superman. Less than stellar for you.
You
That's
both-
what it'll be.
Ooh.
That's what it'll be, son.
Or it could be an extended edition, better than most think.
Even worse.
You may be asking yourself, why am I in this fatal five-way? I'm going to tell you why. It's because, you know, if you look at my Inner Geekdom career, I've been performing pretty steadily. Look at the team career. We've been doing pretty well. Team Truck's had a solid run. But if you look at my singles career, I've stumbled a couple of times. But I've only stumbled against champions. Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie.
That's correct. Correct. Inman.
Chris McQuarrie.
Correct.
Adjustment Bureau.
Correct.
Is it Sweet Home Alabama?
That's correct.
Is it Pittsburgh?
That's 1 point.
Nice.
Jason! And your winner, going on to play John Rocha, Jason Justice Inman!
You will, in fact, be facing
Right?
John Rocha in the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament.
That, you know, I'm a little afraid of Rocha. I'm a little afraid of Rocha. He's a good pal of mine, and I know that he's an evil, evil man, but now he's a hero again. So, it'll be nice just to be in the same tournament as John Rocha, because last year I missed out by one. Christian Harloff beat me. I barely didn't make it in. So this year it'll be nice to at least get in round one. And whoever wins, you know what? I'll cheer him on. You know what? If Rocha beats me, I'll make this promise to Rocha right now. If Rocha beats me, I'll walk out and cheer with him all the way through to the end.
Welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. It's the ultimate Schmoedown, and what a match today. But before we get to that mark,
Christian.
I haven't talked to you since, my man.
Yeah, what's going on?
Crushing defeat here to Stacey Howard.
It
was
happened.
a loss. It was a tough one.
Yeah.
I wasn't here. I was shocked to hear it. I was heartbroken to hear it.
Thank you very much for your sympathy.
Well, yeah, you're my buddy.
I received your card.
How are you? I honestly thought you and I were going to be going head-to-head at the Spectacular this year.
Yeah, it turns out baby carrots actually have a lot of chlorine in them.
Yeah.
And it turns out that they're not real carrots. They're just actually chopped up bigger carrots. So the name baby carrots will continue on. But as far as my future in this tournament, Stacey Howard put that to an end. And, hats off to Stacey Howard. If I had to lose to somebody, I'm glad it's one of the bright new stars in this league. Make no mistake about it, I'm emotionally dead inside.
You are indeed. Now, look, you are what we're seeing some old dogs get taken out.
I'm very drunk right now.
You are out of the tournament. Josh McCouga is out of the tournament.
He's drunk as well.
One of the old dogs that is in the tournament
Right there.
is the former team champion, the former singles champion, and last year's finalist, John the Outlaw Rocha.
He's still playing.
He's still playing.
Oh,
and
good for him.
He is back, and he is hungry. He really wants to play me for that belt come Spectacular. But in order to do that, he now has to play Jason Inman, who rightfully earned his shot in that fatal five-way where even Jason Inman didn't think he was going to win it. He was shocked when he did. No, he came in the ultimate underdog and came out winning and had a great performance.
That's the story of this match right now, is that you have a geek versus a cowboy, but the cowboy has a lot of geek in him, and the geek, he's got some fight in there, and he might own a horse as well.
All right, so both these guys, obviously Rocha is determined to get back on top. The stipulation, we haven't seen Rocha since the collision, and the stipulation that was made in order for him to play in that triple threat was that he would have to win 3 matches in a row in order to get that shot. Well, the tournament would solve that problem. He would win 4 in a row, then he would get that shot. So Rocha's ready to do it. He's always been one of the most competitive in the league. He is ready to play. The game face is on. He's excited to get back in here, and it's going to be something. But the two of these guys had some nice words to say about each other and some competitive words. Here we go.
All right, here we go. First match back in the tournament once again. You saw me in the tag team match. We took care of business, Matt and I, against Real Rejects. Here I go against another 16-seed team. And what do I got to do? Just like the team match, I got to win 4 matches. That's interesting. Yeah, 4 matches. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I get Harloff.
Well, looky here. How the hell did I get here? I didn't even expect that I was going to be here. But you know what? I am here. I earned my shot to take on a former champion. John Rocha, he's a friend of mine. He's a mean son of a bitch. He's a hell of a competitor. But John, I love you. Now that I'm here, I'm not going anywhere.
Jason Inman, saw your match. You're fantastic. You're going to be a hell of a competitor for me in this match today. But I got to take you out, baby. That's how it works. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what we're getting to.
I'm going to rise like the phoenix that is one half of Team Trek, because that's right. We were in the team tournament. Yeah, I'm gunning for the Inner Geekdom tournament right now, and now I'm in the singles. And John, I'm sorry. You were my friend. I love you to death. Don't talk about my wife that way, but you got to go out.
So, Jason, you're the next part. I love you to death. You're young. I love your wife. I love everything about you, Jason Inman. But I got to take you out. Because like everyone else in this tournament, you're a bag of bones in the way of the belt.
I think if you would ask anybody, I am truly the ultimate underdog of the Schmoedown. But you know what? Those are the people that are going to surprise you.
These shoulders are built to carry championships. So that's what I'm here to do. Yeah, I'm a face, I'm a heel, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's time to compete. It's time to get it done.
I am the underdog. I am here to stay. I earned my shot. And you know what? I'm going to use that momentum to rocket myself all the way to the top.
Jason Inman, it's time to go down. Live long and prosper, but I'm going to treat you like Spock at the end of Star Trek II. I'm going to jettison you out of the ship and put you on that planet.
Woo, boy, man. I mean, you know, Rocha.
different Rocha. It's a different Rocha.
It's a different Rocha. I like the competitiveness from Inman. An interesting note is that these guys consider some of their strengths to be Star Wars and Star Trek. That's not on the wheel. However, you do have some all-time Rocha favorites.
Yeah.
And, of course, Jason Inman is never too far away from comic book movies.
It is absolutely the truth, and I think that it's very interesting here because Inman didn't get in last year. He almost did. But Rocha, this is the tournament that made Rocha the star that he is today in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. So can he ever repeat performance? Very interested to see. He's a heavy favorite to win the tournament if you would ask the fans or anybody who is part of this league. But it's going to be tough, and we are ready to go. Mark, are you ready for the tail of the tape?
Inman nipping at his heels. Let's see what each character has as far as the strength goes.
Tail of the tape, Jason Inman has comic book movies, animated movies, and putting down Jeff Snyder when Jeff Snyder says dumb things.
He is very good at doing that.
Yeah,
Snyder good at saying dumb things as well.
John Rocha, strengths are biopics. He has dramas, and his strength, drama.
Full of drama. He's really good at blowing up bathrooms before matches, and now we get to see him compete firsthand.
You ain't kidding. That looked like that was a problem. All right, guys.
You saw it?
I saw him in there, and I decided I wasn't going to go in there.
I saw shoes and ran the other direction.
Smart move. Could be.
Excuse me, boots.
Horror film. All right, here we go. Ladies and Mark, are you ready to go?
Oh, let's hear those words.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. 3 rounds in the Ultimate Schmoedown Singles Division. Introducing first. Representing Team Trek with a record of 2 wins, 2 defeats. Give it up for Jason Justice Inman.
Oh, Justice with the cool sunglasses look. Star Trek always close to his heart.
That's pointing. That's
a Wonder Woman look. Is that what it is?
The tournament in general, that's the point.
He's got a Wonder Woman jacket on there.
This tournament in general makes stars, and already just in the Fatal 5-Way, Jason Inman wins that Fatal 5-Way, gets himself this chance, and my God, if he could beat John Rocha, he's going to make himself a favorite to win this.
Absolutely, and the Wonder Woman jacket, apropos, hopefully he's the latest woman in a long line to reject John Rocha here today.
And his opponent, representing the Horsemen, with a record of 6 wins, 4 defeats. He is the 2016 Ultimate Schmoedown finalist, the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown team champion, the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown singles champion, the Outlaw, John Rocha! Smiling Rocha! A smiling Rocha!
With a little dance, a little groovy, a little pep in his step.
That's the whitest I've ever seen John Rocha look.
Yeah, very wedding Rocha out there on the reception dance floor.
Got the best.
Very
doing the
casual cowboy
very
there.
different. John Rocha.
That's right.
Taking the seat. He's still he's got 2 of the Horsemen showing. Oh, and he's got an I Love Rocha.
Oh, well, this is just a dandy
Yeah.
of a match so far.
Look, I like that. I like what Rocha did there. He's got only the 2 Horsemen kind of showing out of his vest.
That's right.
Smart.
Let's get it on.
All right, here we go. Round number 1. It's going to work like this, Mark. How?
In round number 1, competitors are going to hear 8 questions from 8 different movie categories. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing in round 1. Once you hear the question asked by us up here at the news desk, please write down your answer on the whiteboard in front of you, just south of your Coors Light, Mr. Rocha.
Thank you.
And when we ask you to show your answer, please reveal it to the cameras at the same time you verbalize it into the microphone.
Jason Inman, are you ready?
Let's do it.
John Rocha, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yeah!
All right, here we go. Question number 1 in the realm of animated. What comedian voices the woolly mammoth Manfred in Ice Age?
Boy, those movies get funnier and funnier the more they make them. Those Ice Age
You
movies.
really are drunk,
Oh,
huh?
they are. Oh, I find them so entertaining.
Are you on heroin, man?
That's Squirrel Scrat.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pens down. John Rocha.
Ray Romano.
Correct. Inman.
Ray Romano.
There you go. Tie it up. 1-1. Here we go.
Right.
Question 2.
Neither competitor blinking just yet. Your next category, famous directors. These are directors who have acquired some level of fame. And your question is, what famous director founded the effects company Industrial Light and Magic?
Is that a trick
Are
question?
you good at light and or magic? Do you know any magic tricks?
I'm great at magic.
You're
can
great.
disappear out of a bar.
You're
pretty
great
It's
at
a tough one.
entertaining
5,
a little person.
4,
That's different.
3, 2, 1. Jason Inman.
George Lucas.
That's correct. Rocha.
George Lucas.
All right. Here we go. So no one applauds for that because it was the easiest question we've ever asked.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
This side of Calvin Klein it is. God damn it.
I'm not even supposed to be here, so I'll take it.
Category of dramas. Category of dramas. Who won an Academy Award for playing accused spy Rudolf Abel in Bridge of Spies?
That one gave them both some pause.
They thought about it.
Yeah, their pens ain't so cocky now. Huh?
All right, take it easy. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. John Rocha.
Mark Rylance.
That's correct. Inman.
He's also in Dunkirk.
He is, but that does not
He
count.
is.
All right, here we go. Next question.
Stole an Oscar from Sylvester Stallone. Still
Yes.
not happy about it.
John Rocha
Agreed.
takes the lead. 3-2.
Your next category is in horror/thriller movies. And your question is thus. Name the very first film where audiences met the killer doll with a fierce grin, Chucky.
The first film out of the 7,000 of them that have been made.
And again, like the Ice Age, they get better and better and
That's
better.
not necessarily untrue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jason Inman.
Is it Child's Play?
That's correct. Rocha.
Child's Play.
That's correct.
Child's
All
Play
right,
for
there
those
you
two.
go. All right, John Rocha has not missed. 4-3 here. Next question. Action adventure. What was the subtitle of the first live-action G.I. Joe movie released in 2009?
Oh, jeez. You know what I love about Rocha's matches is that you get to literally be along for the ride with him every breath he takes.
He does, and he groans even when he clearly knows these.
Sting and the police would love this guy.
5, 4,
Shit.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Inman.
Rise of Cobra?
Correct.
Damn
Rocha.
it. Renegades.
Oh, he missed it. All right, so Inman ties it up here.
Hate those
First
films.
mix.
Renegade, who had
terrible.
it made, they finally found Rocha, and neither gentleman will be getting a bonus question this round. Your next category is fantasy sci-fi movies. Name the featured actor in Alien Resurrection who would go on to star in the 2 Hellboy movies. I remember liking that Alien Resurrection.
I'm confused.
I remember liking that. You get confused very easily.
5,
You're a very special little boy, Chris.
4, 3. So's Adam Smith. 2, 1. Pens down, and John Rocha.
Ron Perlman.
That's correct.
Ron Perlman.
There you go. Tie game here. 5-5 here. Next question, category of romance.
Oh.
Romance.
Aye.
Who plays the fiancee to Owen Wilson's struggling author in Midnight in Paris?
All right, let's say you write a book and I write a book. Whose
Yeah.
book is better?
Writing?
Yeah, me. No.
You don't know how to write.
It doesn't mean my book's not going to be better than you.
True. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please, and John Rocha.
Rachel McAdams.
That's correct. Inman.
I said Amy Adams. That's part of the answer.
So Rocha takes the lead
wow.
back here. 6-5.
Opening
Next
up a
question.
gash.
Last one. Last one.
Your next question, the final in this round 1, comes from the world of new releases. And your question is, what is the name of Karen Gilen's character in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies?
Oh, crap.
Crap is not the answer.
That's what my book would be about.
Crap?
I would write Guardians of the Galaxy fan fiction, and I would destroy whatever He-Man BS you come up with.
You're just a negative person.
You'd be writing a He-Man book, wouldn't you? Yeah, yes or no?
I miss Ken Knapsack. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jason Inman.
She's called Nebula.
That's correct. Rocha.
I said it was a sister, but Nebula as well.
Sister Nebula works. Okay.
Yeah, Sister
Sounds-
Nebula.
yes.
She's not in a convent currently, but we'll take it.
All right, so
God.
Damn.
after
Sister Nebula.
That came at the end,
Made her a
man.
nun.
round number 1 here, the former champion is up 1 point over Jason Inman, who's
That was
hanging
scary.
strong here.
Good
7-6.
first round. You're right.
Jason Inman played great. 7-6. That is something to say. The only 1 point deficit to Rocha going into round 2.
And now we are in round 2. Round 2, known to fans worldwide all across the galaxy as the wheel round. As the wheel is out there, each competitor gets a spin at that wheel. If you don't like the category you spin, you are allowed 1 mulligan, at which point you must answer 4 questions from that given category. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can check the multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1 point. Keep in mind, competitors, there is stealing available in round 2. John Rocha, you are the favorite, and you have a narrow 1 point edge over Jason Inman. Would you like to spin first or defer to your Star Trek fan playing opponent?
I defer to my Star Trek fan.
All right. Also, guys, do not forget the JTE rule as well as the challenge rule.
Who could forget those?
Here we go. Jason Inman, you're up first. Give it a good spin. There he goes.
Here we go. You got to think he's searching for comic book movies here.
Nice spin, Jason.
It's not going to get there. It might get
Spielberg.
to Spielberg movies.
Spielberg movies. What does
Senor Spielberg go?
What does he do? What does he do? Does he
I'm going to stay with it.
He's going to stay with it.
Staying with Spielberg.
Stay with it.
Respect,
All right.
Jason.
Here
Respect.
we
stay
go.
with it.
Jason, 4 questions in the realm of Spielberg. First one. The 1989 film Always tells the tale of a recently deceased pilot, Spirit, looking for a newer pilot, only to find him falling for the Spirit's surviving girlfriend. Who are the 2 male leads?
It's Richard Dreyfuss. Mel Gibson?
It's incorrect.
I think it's Richard Dreyfuss and Rick Rossovich.
That's incorrect. Richard Dreyfuss and John Goodman.
John Goodman.
John Goodman.
Did you really think it was
I'm gonna
Slider
challenge
from
that.
Top Gun?
I'm going to challenge that. Look it up.
All right.
Rick Rossovich might be in the movie, but
He
the
is.
2 male leads are John Goodman and
Hold on.
Richard Dreyfuss.
Well, you
He
can
challenged
argue
it.
the
He
lead.
challenged it.
He challenged it. There's
Yeah.
a challenge right now by the Outlaw. We'll be back under review. All right, we're back from the challenge. The Outlaw has challenged, and we are sticking with the original ruling. John Goodman is the lead. John Rocha will lose his challenge.
But Rick Rossovich was great in Top Gun.
Right. So, all right, now back to Jason Inman.
The other guy.
Jason Inman. Here we go. Jason, what was the first movie that Spielberg was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Director?
I'm going to go multiple choice.
A, Jaws. B, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. C, Raiders of the Lost Ark. D, E.T.
B.
That's correct. Close Encounters. That's
Close
1 point.
Encounters of the Third Kind.
All right, here you go.
Rick
I should've said
Rossovich,
it.
great in that movie.
Question 3. Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Hiddleston co-star in this Spielberg drama.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Munich, B, Lincoln, C, Amistad, D, Warhorse?
Warhorse.
That's correct. 1 point.
And the Warhorse Inman now
Yeah.
up 1 on John Rocha.
Final question here, Jason, in the world of Spielberg. What is Spielberg's longest film with a running time of over 3 hours?
Believe it's Schindler's List.
2 points for
Nice.
Jason Inman.
Wow.
10-7, taking a 3-point lead on the former champion.
Nice
but now it is
plan.
time for Rocha to give a shot. Now, that first one they missed. Rocha didn't steal, so not too bad.
Hey, well,
Rocha
if
got
you
a
give
chance.
Jason Inman a lead going in round 2 before Rocha spins, I think that's a win for him. We'll see what Rocha can come up
All
with
right.
right now.
Here's a good spin.
All right, that's a nice hearty
a
spin
good
by a
spin.
seasoned veteran.
That's a good spin.
Here comes Biopix. He wants Biopix.
Oh, he got it. He got Biopic.
Yes.
Does it again. He has
Big spin by Rocha right there.
I would
Are
like-
there any biopics left? I'm a little nervous now.
I would
All right.
like to see Frank Janish's stats on Rocha's
Jesus.
biopics.
All right, John Rocha, you have spun a desired category. According to many sources out there, you're a fan of biopics, and here's your first question in that world. Who directed 127 Hours?
Oh, shit.
5.
Multiple choices.
Is it A, Steven Soderbergh, B, Danny Boyle, C, Doug Liman, or D, Bennett Miller?
Danny Boyle.
1 point for John Rocha.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Your next question. As depicted in the 2014 biopic American Sniper, which of the following attacks on the United States prompts Chris Kyle to enlist in the United States Navy?
Which of the?
Yeah.
Which?
Which following?
Oh, 9/11.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Jason Inman.
Following attacks.
Damn it.
5.
It's not the World Trade Center.
That is incorrect. We're looking for the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombings in East Africa.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have.
That was very well known.
The answer to that question.
This is what happens when you answer all the biopics. They get this deep. All right.
All right, here we go. Your next question. Who plays the frustrated new prime minister in The Queen?
Oh, Michael Sheen.
2
2
points.
points
Ties
for
it up.
Rocha.
That was big.
We are now tied up. And your question, in the world of biopics, which you enjoy living in regularly, Chadwick Boseman occasionally breaks the fourth wall while starring in what biopic?
Five.
I guess I got to go multiple choice.
Is it A, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, B, 42, C, Get On Up, or D, Talk to Me?
Jesus, I don't.
5.
Get on up.
For 1
1
point of the
point, Rocha
lead, he
steals it.
has done it.
But look, if you would have told me that Rocha would only have a 1 point lead going into round number 3.
Look at the smile on Jason Inman's face right
Yeah.
now.
Jason Inman has nothing to lose.
No, he's just happy to be here, and he might upset one of the greatest competitors this game has ever seen.
Yeah, it is. Now, Rocha has a 1 point lead as we get into round number 3. Mark, how's round number 3 work?
In round number 3, each competitor is going to give us a series of 3 numbers ranging from 1 to 20. Rocha, you'll give us your 3 numbers first, then Inman, because Rocha has the 1 point lead. That's how that works. Each number you give us corresponds to a movie category up here at the news desk. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. The last question is worth 5 big points. And like we said, Rocha, you're going to be giving us your 3 numbers first. So which numbers feel lucky today?
2, 4, and 6.
2, 4, 6. Jason Inman.
Basic.
Let's go with 7, 10, and 12.
All right, so it's going to start with Jason Inman here, who's going to try to avoid the TKO and send it back to Rocha with just by answering his first 2-pointer here. It is number 7. Number 7 is what he chose. Number 7, Jason, that would be DiCaprio films.
Ooh.
DiCaprio films. Name a film in which the name of Leo's character is in the title of the film.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. He did not play Gilbert.
Oh, that's right.
It was Johnny Depp.
He was looking for either Romeo and Juliet, J. Edgar, or The Great Gatsby.
I gave up an easy question.
All right, so there you go. So right there, we
Now Inman needs his 3-pointer.
Needs his 3-pointer in
Send
order.
it back to Rocha.
Send it back. All right, category of scores and soundtracks. Scores and soundtracks. All right, Jason, what Disney song won the Academy Award for Best Original Song in 2014? What Disney song? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
What Disney song won the Academy Award for Best Original Song in 2014? Five, 4, 3, 2.
I have no idea. It's not coming to me.
Let it go. Frozen.
Oh, wow.
Let it
So
go.
now,
I would have never gotten
Let
that.
it go, and with one
Holy
more
shit.
question,
Wow.
he might let go of his chances to win the ultimate Schmoedown.
I'm just happy
here.
to be here. I'm just going to say that. It's all
all right,
good.
here you go. All right, here we go. So
two
your
easy
final
questions,
question here, your final question in order to avoid the TKO, your 5-pointer in the category of Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. Name the first film that featured Tom and Meg Ryan in leading roles together.
When you said first, now I think you're trying to trick me. But I'm just, you know what? This has been a lovely time. So I'm just happy to be here. Sleepless in Seattle.
And your winner! The answer was Joe versus the volcano. That's right, and Inman ran into the volcano of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown competitors here. You know what? A game effort by Jason Inman, and he ran into some tough questions and categories he wasn't as familiar with. You won't see a lot in the Inner Geekdom, but I think Inman can be back here in singles play in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Well, what this does is it sets up a heated match here between John Rocha and Sam Levine.
Oh, boy.
That is very, very interesting. Sam Levine and John Rocha now going head-to-head. John Rocha wants some revenge on Sam Levine from talking
yes,
at the
he does.
free-for-all, and Sam's been wanting to go after John for a long time. So there you go. That is, and that was something. It looked like Jason was putting up a fight, but then he just couldn't pull it together in the third round. But let's go and talk to Jen Sturger, who is here with both John Rocha and Jason Inman.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? I'm Jen Sturger here with the legend, John Rocha. How's it feel to be back? We haven't seen you in a while. We saw you in, your last time you won was in February.
Yeah.
And then you were in the triple threat match.
Yeah.
And now you're back.
Yeah.
And you're competing in the tournament.
Yeah, it's a whole new tournament. It's deeper, it's harder. There's more player, and there's upsets happening all over the place. So it's incredible to beat Jason Inman by 1 point, and I've got something to prove. Losing to Dan in that triple threat match on the heels of losing the tag team titles or losing the tag team opportunity with Matt Nost against the Patriots. I just am in a different place. I'm focused. I'm not going to get too high, not too low. Do my breathing, do all my meditation, do my focusing, and this guy Jason Inman. It says 16. No way was he a 16 seed. That guy he won in the 5-way. He came and brought it, and it was a tight game. If he hadn't missed those third round questions, it was going to come back to me. So beating him by 1 point says something about that competition.
And how about that second round when you spun biopics? How stoked were you?
Yeah, very, very happy. And
but the biopics questions are getting harder.
They are, and that's my fault because I keep spinning it and it keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and we're getting more obscure. So it's a tough situation. But I'm also feeling a bit, I was a bit rusty. It's been a bit, so just kind of figuring it out as I go along.
Absolutely. So now, of course, we've got to talk what's coming up for you next in this tournament.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've heard, but there's been a lot of trash talking from Sam Levine, who I don't know. Are you sad that Sam beat Bibiani?
I'm a little bit sad that Sam beat Bibiani because Bibiani's been talking all his mess. He left my horseman. He's doing all the things that he's doing, and he crashed and burned both times. Both times he's had a shot out in the first round, and I wanted shots at Bibiani because of all the stuff he's been talking. But that being said, Sam Levine, you and I have had a date with destiny for quite some time now. Ever since you shot your mouth off to Emma Fyfe and you said, "Fuck John Rocha." Yeah, I remember. I still have it as a video on my phone. I wake up to it. I play it to myself every morning just to motivate me.
It's your alarm
against
clock?
you. Yeah, it's my alarm clock. It's what Sam Levine wakes me up every morning with this.
Competitor level, I kind of hope it's Rocha because fuck you. Fuck you, John Rocha.
That's right. That's my alarm. Every time I wake up, it gets me out of bed. It gets me into the gym. It gets me studying movie trivia. You know why, Sam Levine? Because I got to beat your diminutive butt once and for all. That beard, no one's buying it. A child your age can't grow a beard that big. I know it's all fake. You put it on with spirit gum. You're lying to everybody. That's goat hair. It's not even real hair, Sam Levine. You're taking it from the top of your head and putting it on your face. It's disgusting. Go bald already.
It's kind of a novel idea. Now, you are a veteran in this tournament. Do you think does it ever get easier? Are you still a little nervous going forward?
Absolutely. You're always nervous going against the competition because like Christian is always finding and recruiting new people, smart people, intelligent people about movies. Look at the tournament now. Drew McWeeny, Bibiani, all these incredible people. Someone like Stacey Howard can step in and beat Mark Ellis. That tells you the level of competition we're dealing with here in the tournament. And certainly Jason Inman was no pushover, and I fully expected for him to take me to the end, and he almost did.
Well, I can't wait to see what you do next in the tournament.
Me either. It's destroy Sam Levine. That's what I'm doing next. Sammy, put it in your Bible.
Now wait, before I let you go, I have one more question.
Okay.
With Riley being a 2-time champ and Merle being a 2-time champ, is there a little bit of pressure to go up against Christian in that final match?
Well, Jen, I wouldn't say it's pressure. It's excitement. It's drive. It's desire. Look, I said 4 matches, right? We're down to 3. It only makes sense. I want to be a 2-time champ as well. Listen, I know people still think it's a fluke that I won both those belts, the tag team belts and the single belts. They think it's a fluke that I beat Dan because I couldn't beat him because that Calvin Klein question. I was one Back to the Future question away from beating Dan again. But people still think it's a fluke. So if I'm going to belong on that Mount Rushmore of the Schmoedown, I feel like I have to be a 2-time champ just to get up there. And Christian Harloff, you talk all that mess. You talk all that stuff that I beat you by 1 point, the Rocky 3 analogies, all that stuff. You got your revenge tour. You best be praying to face me, son, so you can finish that thing out. It'll be the last stop on your tour, Christian. and the belt's coming back around my waist or on my shoulder where it belongs, because these are the shoulders built to carry a championship belt. That's right, Jen.
Yeah, they're pretty tough. Oh, Jason. That was a rough way to go out.
Hey, I was just happy to be there.
Frozen? Frozen, really?
I couldn't place the year. I couldn't, that's what happened in all three of my last questions. Like, I knew the answer, but I couldn't make it come out. I thought the last question was a trick, so I was like, okay, it's either a trick or I'm going to say the obvious answer, but I knew Frozen won an Oscar. I just couldn't place the year.
Frozen, Gatsby, Meg Ryan. Who gets taken out by
Romeo and
Meg
Juliet.
Ryan?
I know, Meg
Right.
Ryan, that bitch. All right, she took me out too. So.
Oh, it was really, really close, though, up until then. It was a 1-point match.
Mm-hmm.
How great were you feeling that second round going into the third round?
I was feeling really good because Rocha could have dominated me in biopics, but he didn't. And I was really worried that I made a mistake hunkering down on Spielberg, but I couldn't chance it. There were too many unknowns in the wheel, so I was feeling pretty comfortable in Spielberg, so I decided to make my claim, and you know what? It actually worked out for me most of the way.
It did. Luck
Yeah.
played your side. That wheel can either destroy someone or it can be their best friend. I think you did pretty well today.
Yeah. There were some Rocha questions for biopics that I knew. So, for John Rocha, I really respect him. I was very scared coming to this match. I expected him to TKO me in the second round. So the fact that he didn't makes me feel pretty good today.
So going forward in the tournament, can we say you're rooting for John Rocha?
I am rooting for John Rocha.
If you're going to get taken out, be taken out
Yeah.
by
And I'm going to stick by my pledge. If I can make it to his matches, I will be there. I will walk out hand in hand with them, celebrating him, maybe with fireworks, some sort of confetti.
We don't have permits for that.
We're going to make the studio messy. However we do it, I'm going to celebrate John Rocha because I was pulling for Scott Mance. I was pulling for John Rocha, and now John Rocha is the only one in there, and I want him to go all the way to the top.
So now that you've been knocked out of the tournament, what's next for you?
Well, I had some fun in the singles tournament, and I'm going to come back to the singles. I think, me winning the five-way and me proving that Rocha didn't just shut me down proves that I still have some play to have in the singles tournament. We did pretty well in the team tournament. Team Trek's going nowhere, but there is a tournament that I need to be in.
Which is that?
That is the Inner Geekdom. Oh. That is the one that Christian at every turn has been like, oh, we can't schedule your match. We can't schedule your match. We can't schedule a match. I think he's afraid that I'm going to take that belt really quickly away from Hector Navarro because he's just never given me a shot at.
Wait. You think the commissioner is dodging you to schedule this match?
Little bit. He had a shot to put me in the very first Inner Geekdom. If there was anybody you were going to put in the Inner Geekdom in this whole group, it would have been me. I mean, for God's sake, I'm wearing this right now. I'm wearing double nerd. And he didn't put me in the first round.
Laid.
So, no, but Inner Geekdom, I'm going to shoot like a phoenix straight to the top.
I love the sound of that.
Yeah.
So encouraging.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
I had a great time.
We will see you again soon.
Oh, cool. Can you validate my parking too?
I don't have that kind of authority here.
Damn it.
You see that? I mean, John Rocha, look, I know it's his first time back in a while, but he seems not too concerned about some of the rustiness that we clearly saw up there today. Biopics, he had to get the dust off of that category.
Well, I think that, to be fair, John Rocha is very strong in the third round. So I think that had Jason Inman bounced it back to Rocha, I think we would have been for a fight. It's just, Inman just didn't have it in the third round.
The guy hasn't seen Frozen 10 times. Are we going to punish him forever?
Well, the Frozen one was pretty tough.
You knew it.
I knew.
You love that song.
I did. But listen, it is a matter. Rocha obviously said that he really wants to get back at the belt, and I respect him for it. And then part of me is it would be very interesting to play Rocha again. He's the only one on my tour that I have to finish, my revenge tour. The only person
sold out tour across this great land of ours.
So, but look, Rocha's also talking about Sam Levine. He knows he's got to beat Sam. He knows that there's some tough competitors out there, and he is not the same Rocha that he was last year. He's taking a very different approach to this. You can see him when he was talking to Jen. He is more focused and more just determined to win and doing it in a much different presentation.
Yeah, and a little more dressed down, maybe a little less emotional even.
Yeah.
Rocha, when he wins, when he loses, he's trying not to get too high or too low. So hats off to both of the competitors, one of which wears a great cowboy hat.
Well, Rocha's now 7-4 as he starts his climb back into the Ultimate Schmoedown. 1 down, 3 to go in order the Ultimate Schmoedown winner to be the Outlaw, but he's got a tough road ahead. Look at that bracket. We have a lot left here in the Ultimate Schmoedown, and round 2 is going to have a lot of big signature matchups, and one of those is Sam Levine and John Rocha. I love the pairing already. Sam Levine's been playing hot lately.
Yep.
John Rocha now is trying to get back on track in the singles division, so I'm liking where we're going so far, partner.
You know who else is on fire is all the fans out there for sharing this, going door to door, taking their laptops to their neighbors and saying, you click right here and watch the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Also join the Facebook page and check out the Schmoedown Rundown on iTunes. I lost my match.
What's up, everyone? Frank here from the Rundown, and finally, the first round of the tournament has come to an end as John Rocha defeats Jason Inman 11-10. Real quick, let's see how we got there. It was a tight first round as Inman's 6 points was able to keep pace with Rocha's 7 points, and in fact, this was the third straight time Rocha has scored 7 points in the first round in singles play. So with a 1-point lead, Rocha defers to Inman, who comes up with 4 points in the Spielberg category. As for Rocha's turn, he spun biopics for the 4th time in his career, and after his turn, he has now answered 14 of 16 questions lifetime in the biopics category. Moving on to the final round with a 11-10 lead, Inman was unable to answer any of his final 3 questions, giving Rocha the win and the first TKO of the tournament. Also, believe it or not, this was Rocha's first career TKO in the Schmoedown. As we take a closer look to what these players did, you can see Rocha answered 10 out of 13 questions for a 77% accuracy rate. He was 0 for 1 on his lone steal opportunity. Jason Inman, he answered 9 out of 16 for a 56% accuracy rate. He was also 0 for 1 in his lone steal opportunity. Now, after this match with Rocha and Inman, let's take a look at how the first round breaks down between the winner and the losers, how they performed. You can see the winner usually answers 76% of their questions while averaging 16 to 17 points for the win. As for the loser, they've been answering close to 62%, only coming up around 14 points in the match. As we move into the second round, expect that loser score rate to go up and the point totals to become closer together. It should be an exciting rest of the tournament. Alright, now that the first round is over, let's take a look at these second round matchups. We're going to have Brianne Chandler taking on Mike Kalinowski once again. You got Jeff Snyder and JTE doing Battle of the Patriots. You have Stacey Howard taking on Rachel Cushing. Should be a real interesting match. And then finally we have John Rocha taking on Sam Levine. And if Rocha's post-match comments are entertaining, so should this match. And if we take a look at Rocha and Levine's opponents that they've faced this season, you see Rocha in his 4 matches, his opponents are scoring on an average of 73%. And then you have Levine. In his 3 matches, his opponents are scoring nearly 80% against him. So they have both been up against some quality competition this season. It should be very interesting to see what they do against each other because no doubt about it, these 2 players are on a roll, and it should be a highly skilled match we'll see in the second round from these 2. Now let's turn our attention to some record updates. Let's start with the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament performances. You see Rocha's performance here against Inman just slides in at number 10 now, answering 10 out of 13 like we said before, with 10 points, answering 76.92% of his questions, so he slides right into that 10th spot. Now looking at the all-time point leaders, John Rocha is now the new point leader in the history of the Schmoedown with 186 points through 11 matches. He finally overtakes Josh McCouga's 182 points. But it wasn't all good for Rocha in terms of records. If we take a look at steal leaders, John Rocha was in that 5 spot, but now his arch nemesis Scott Mance slides up to that 5 spot, answering 6 out of 8. John Rocha has now answered 7 out of 10 because of that miss in this match. He drops down to 7th, and who's 6th on this list that we don't see here? That would be Sam Levine. Alright, if you're looking for more stats and info on your favorite players and teams, go follow at SD Rundown Stats on Twitter for more. And if you want to listen to full breakdowns and analysis of every match, be sure to check out the Schmoedown Rundown podcast every Saturday on the SK Plus YouTube channel, as well as on the Schmoes Know podcast feed on iTunes. Alright, that's it. This has been your post-match Schmoedown Breakdown.
Well, what do we have here?
Well, hello, Outlaw.
Don't give me that hello, Outlaw crap. You've been ducking me for far too long, Riley.
Oh, ducking you? Hardly, dude. I'll take you on Schmoedown any day of the week, anytime.
Any day, any time?
Any day, anytime, Rocha, just like last time.
Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? I owe you for that one.
Oh, yeah, you want a Schmoedown?
Oh, I want a Schmoedown right now.
Oh, you want a Schmoedown right now?
I want a Schmoedown right now, Riley.
Well, then draw.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. And if you think these two take movie trivia seriously, you should take the fans into consideration. Y'all have been begging for your shot at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, and now you get your opportunity. We are proud to introduce the Movie Trivia Schmoedown app. Fans will be able to play all trivia modes and compete against your favorite competitors, join a league, or play a friend one-on-one. After you accrue enough points, you can unlock the Inner Geekdom division and play in another format. Find some fans from all over the world, climb up the rankings, deem a champion, challenge a champion, but make sure you've earned it. We're so excited for y'all to finally get your chance to play the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. This app is for all you movie trivia fans who have ever said,
I totally knew that.
How'd you miss that?
it's for everybody. Make sure you guys download it right now on iTunes for a one-time fee of just $3.99. And make sure you request to join the Movie Trivia Facebook page. And then one day, maybe you can challenge the likes of a Rocha, a Riley, maybe even your old pal, Baby Carrots. I'll be your Huckleberry. It's Schmoedown time.